Hey everybody, after making the webinar, I've had a few questions come in about the app. So I thought I would make a more in-depth tutorial on how to use the app. So a lot of people have been asking the name. It's VLLO, V-L-L-O. Here it is right here, red icon with a white fish on it. So we're just going to click on that, and I'm going to take you through a project from start to finish. You're going to open it up right here, and it's going to give you the option to create a video or create a GIF. We're going to create a video, so we'll click on create a video. And then we'll always insert a black scene right here. It's a blank scene. It starts at it's the first square. And then you'll go through, you already have your content on your phone. So I'm going to look for the content that I'm going to edit. I am going to edit these green squares that I shot for an intro for our service, one service. And what it does is it actually, the last one is actually the first one you recorded. So as you place it, as you see down here, it places it in the order I select them. So I'm going to show you that again. So watch down here, that one, that one, that one, oops, this one and this one. And then I'll insert a blank scene to come out of that, just like that. And then I'll hit the green arrow at the top. We shot it in 16:9. Always shoot on your phone's landscape, which means sideways, not up and down, which is portrait. We'll get it in there, and here we go. Now we're ready to edit all this footage. It does give you the option to move clips around. So if you hold down a clip, as you can see, it brings up all the clips you have. If I wanted to move this one to the number 3 spot, I could just click and drag it to the number 3 spot. When I'm done, I hit the check at the bottom, and it brings me back to like that. So now I can rearrange my clips. I did several takes on it, so I'm going to cut between the takes to get what I want. So let's listen back.
Last week we learned that God has not given us a spirit of fear. But then we read in His Word in Proverbs 9:10 that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of
wisdom. And then I'm going to cut it right there. So I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to hit split. That's going to select it. I'm going to take that. I'm going to delete, which is here in the corner, that segment. And then I'm going to scrub through this one by just holding it down and pushing through. And I want where I put my finger to my face.
is the beginning of wisdom.
So I'm going to cut right there. So I'm going to split it, grab that, and I'm going to delete it. So when I put these two together,
is the beginning of wisdom.
And there you go. Got a cut. I don't want to see them, me reaching for the phone, so I'm going to cut it about right there. So now let's go back to the beginning. I don't want to see me reaching for the phone. All right, so I'm going to cut it right there, and that's where I'm going to end the project. So I'm going to split anything I don't want, highlight, and hit delete right there. I'm going to select on these little squares. These little squares are my transitions. I'm going to select on the little squares, and I'm going to just fade the graphic in, so it fades in from black. These are going to be straight cuts. Right here, see me reaching for the phone. Don't want to see that. I don't want a lot of dead air when it comes, so I want it to go right into me talking.
I don't know about you, but
all right, instead of a straight cut, I will go to a fade. So I'll fade to black right there. So that's what we're working with. And as you see, all the different transitions that we have down here, you can also set the time of your transition. So if you want it to fade faster, you would go down lower and it would fade out quicker. If you want the fade to be longer, it would take a little longer like that. So you have that option to make that happen. So let's say I like that, but when I would go the I want to make that black and white like I'm thinking. So I'm gonna hit filter here, and then I'm gonna go up to filter here on the side. All right, and I'm gonna stretch and make it fit just the clip I want it to do. So you grab the circle and you can move the whole thing. You grab the edges and you can move the length of the filter itself. So that filter is going to be there. I'm going to hit on filter, and we're going to go down here, and these are all the color filters you can do to change the color of your footage. I'm going to make the black and white, so I'm going to do that. But you can see it's at 60%. So I'm going to turn it all the way up to 100%, and that's going to make it black and white. I'm going to hit done, done. And so now Okay, so that's not long enough, so we got to stretch that out a little bit till it gets to the transition. So let's try to do something else. Maybe we could do this rolling one, like that.
Of wisdom. I don't know about you, but that.
So shorten that up just a little bit so it changes during the roll, and then we don't come in on the black and white.
I don't know about you.
All right, so when I say confusing,
But that might sound a little confusing.
let's put a motion sticker in. So let's hit motion sticker at the bottom, grab the sticker on the side, and let's look. There are some question marks in here that we could use. One of the drawbacks is they really don't have a good way to search all the different graphics, so you kind of got to just scroll through when you want to use it. There's a good thought bubble question mark. You could do that. Put that in there. It's a little big. Adjust it. Something like that. So you can change it how you want, but I think something better, probably like a bounce up, would be more appropriate, and then an out to be a bounce down. So it's easy to change. You just go back right back in and change it.
Confusing. In Proverbs 9:10.
So let's pop that up. So let's add text. Go to text, hit the text at the bottom, click the text on the side. We'll do this outline text because it'll stick out a little more. Double tap on it. Proverbs 9:10, like that. Click on the check on the side. Now, this gives us all kinds of options for text at the bottom. If we click on the font, we have all these different fonts available we can use. You can actually add fonts to your iPad or iPhone, so you can check on how to do that. But we could do this Proverbs 9:10, make it a little bit smaller, so it'll pop up like that. So let's see what that looks like.
Read in his word in Proverbs 9:10 that the fear of the Lord.
Okay, and let's add an animation to that. Click on the animation. We'll slide this one in from the right, and then out, we'll slide it to the left, like that. So now,
Last week in Proverbs 9:10 that the.
Okay, so we added text to it. Now, let's say we wanted a sound effect when that happened. We can go to audio, and then we can go to sound effects, which is the last one, and let's say we wanted a whoosh. All right, so let's add that in there. Let's make it small because we only want it when that word flies in. So about right there.
In Proverbs 9:10.
That's a little soon, so we'll adjust it, move it.
In Proverbs 9:10 that the fear of the Lord.
And then that's probably where we want the second one. So we'll click on that, we'll hit duplicate, and then we'll slide the second one over. So now
Of the Lord.
it's a little late, move it in.
Fear of the Lord.
There we go.
is the beginning.
So now we got this.
In Proverbs 9:10 that the fear of the Lord.
So let's say we want to add background music to this whole thing. We can go to background music here. It gives you a bunch of tracks that you can listen to, excuse me, and play. We'll just pick that one. It's a free one. It's there. Like I said, you could pull in from your files or anything like that. So if we got our track selected, we go to volume. It's at 100%. We're probably going to want it around 3 or 4, depending on how good our audio is. If we don't have clean audio, if we shot on our phone and we did it from across the room, our audio won't be loud enough, excuse me, to overpower the music. So we're going to have to keep our music really low if that's the case. So it's always better to get a good quality audio on your phone.
Last week.
Okay, so let's say I wanted to make this intro a little louder. Excuse me. I've got a frog in my throat here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split the track right there. I'm going to bring that volume, keep it about right. No, I'm going to keep it where it was. Then I'm going to select this first one. I'm actually going to bring that volume up to about 10. And then I'm going to go to fade, and I want it to fade out. So I'm going to click on out and hit the fade button right there. So what it's going to do now is it's going to play that first clip of music louder.
Last week we learned that God is not
And then it's going to go into the volume that I need it to be while I'm talking over it. So I actually think that can be louder. So we'll go in there, we'll click this, we'll add it to like 20, and then it's still fading. Done. Play.
Last week we learned that God has not given us a spirit of fear.
These swooshes are loud, so we'll adjust the volume to those to about 40%. Okay, so let's fade out our music. So we're going to hit fade. We're going to click out. We're going to click the fade button. So the music will just fade out and get us ready for the next clip.
We read in his word in Proverbs 9:10.
Let's forward it a little bit.
The Lord.
As you can see, the music fades out. So now if I just click on the music and I click it in like that, it'll fade right as I fade.
Fear the Lord.
There we go. So we're doing pretty good. Now let's add a quick graphic right here at the beginning. Last week where it says that, maybe we could add something in there.
Last week we learned that God has not given us a spirit.
So let's, we're going to go down here to picture in picture, which allows us to bring in, we got images, GIFs, or videos. So let's bring in an image. So this will open up to your pictures, which you have available on your photos. So I'm just going to select the Fearless logo right there that we made for this service. And we're going to bring that in and right there. So we'll do that. We'll add an animation to it like we've been doing. We will slide it down a little faster. And then on the out, we will slide it back up a little faster. All right, so let's do that.
Last week we learned that God has not given us a spirit of fear.
All right, so we like what we did. Now it's ready to export it to be able to use it. So we're going to click up here at the top, and that is our export of video. We shot it at 30 frames per second. We're good. We're ready to go. We're going to hit export, and it's going to throw it right into our pictures. So we'll click on all this. And with that, we go here. We'll close this out. We'll go into our folder, to our most recent. And here we go. This is our...
Last week we learned that God has not given us a spirit of fear. But then we read in his word in Proverbs 9:10 that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. I don't know about you, but that might sound a little confusing. We shouldn't fear, but the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom? We're going to talk about that today, what it means to fear the Lord.
And there you go. I hope that helps you guys get this. Like I said, it's a free app. There is an in-app purchase to upgrade to more stickers and things like that, but it's on both platforms. VLLO, V-L-L-O. Hey, you guys can do this. You can make it happen. I hope this video helped. Thanks. We'll see you soon. Bye.